Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Eva Spirit Tarot. This is going to be your September reading, your shadow work 2020. I was guided by Spirit to start doing these readings, these series, your shadow work. They told me that this would be very helpful in terms of all of us being assisted with our ascension and just generally becoming the best versions of ourselves. So I hope that you find this helpful. I am a channel, and as such I channel different collectives, beings, groups through the different decks, as well as through the stones and crystals that I have here. So if you see things flying around, it's just the result of a lot of energy and momentum being built up in this space. It's nothing to worry about, it's all perfectly normal. All additional information, how to contact me, decks I use and so forth, is going to be down below. Thank you so much, and let's get started. So sometimes if I go quiet during the reading, it's just me tuning into energy, so thank you for your patience. Okay, Sagittarius. Okay, this deck is calling. That was very strong decision I just made there. I felt the power in that. Okay, Sagittarius. What is the shadow work for Sagittarius? September 2020, please. Good. Sagittarius. Why are they saying split the deck in half? Okay. Sometimes they tell me what to do with the deck. It's very strange. Okay. All right. Sagittarius, please. Their shadow work. Okay. Okay, first card we've got out is the Black Dragon. And it says, cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Okay, so I'm seeing Four of Swords, I'm seeing Hangman, I'm seeing, which are other cards in the traditional tarot deck. So already what I'm getting from this is that there's a need, sorry about that sound guys, it's outside. There's a need for pause right now. I almost feel that, oh, okay, so what they're saying is Dark Night of the Soul. Some of you, or a lot of you here actually, might be going through a very deep sense of loss, grief. Okay, so what I'm picking up is that some of you may have lost a loved one and you're in bereavement. Some of you may have had a breakup, and you there's this need to kind of like go into yourself, to be alone. You sort of understand that there's no point resisting this overwhelming sort of grief that seems to want to take over right now, that you sort of just want to go into your cocoon to sort of let that wash over you, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And in a way it sort of connects to shadow work of sort of letting these emotions sort of come to the surface, and to look at them and to accept them, and so that you can integrate them, you know. Yeah, and it says at the bottom of the card here, meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. So what I'm getting is that the reflect is the word that's really standing out to me. And I feel that they're also showing me the Hermit, okay, which is another card in the traditional tarot deck, right away. And they're saying that due to this deep sense of loss or grief that you're feeling right now, there's a need for you to cocoon yourself, to be alone, for you to reflect upon the events that led to this, but to process how this loss has changed you, and how they're saying how it also changes the trajectory of your life. I think, okay, so they're saying because you had plans, which maybe included something that you have now lost, and so this reflection is about what you wanted, and it's because they're saying that it's also experiencing the grief or the loss of the dreams, that things that you wanted and that some of you may have been actually already working toward are no longer going to be due to this loss. And so you need to reflect upon that and purge that sense of loss as well. That might be the grief itself that you're experiencing. For some of you, it could be an actual bereavement. So reflecting on these kinds of things, the plans you had, how they may not be able to go down the same way anymore, is going to be an important process for you. And Spirit is with you in that. You're not alone, guys. Spirit is with you in that. Next card you've got is Archangel Gabriel's Dragon. And it says, brings purification. Okay, so that makes sense. As we go into ourselves and as we process this grief and this overwhelming grief and loss that we're feeling right now, and we reflect and we look at what this all means from back then to where we are now and for the future as well, it's almost sort of like, yeah, we're purging, and through purging we're purifying. We're sort of looking at the things that need to go as well, and making space for new things to grow. It says self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel's diamond. Okay, let me tune in, please, just a moment. Okay, so what I'm picking up from this is they're saying about staying strong in knowing what you need right now. You might be around other people that may be very concerned about your strong desire now, and your the fact that you're so adamant about taking time out or taking time alone to deal with this loss. But you can stay strong in knowing that you know what you need. You need to purge, and you need to be alone to do it. And this is what's best for you. And this will be the fastest way for you. And you know, it's not pretty. It's not pretty what you go through necessarily when you're in this space, but what you get out of it ultimately at the end. They're also showing me kind of like a phoenix, you know, rising up from the ashes. You know, you're reborn. And they're also saying about the diamond, sort of like, oh, they're bringing me back to this email. That's so funny. An email that I read a few days ago where someone was talking about a diamond and, you know, how a diamond is made. I don't remember the details, unfortunately, but you might want to check online for some information about how diamonds are made, because there's something about that is connected to the process that is going to happen when you spend time alone and go into this cocoon of yours. It's understandable that people may be concerned about it because they're worried that you're going to spiral down, but assure them that you know, and be strong in what you know is right for you. Okay, next card we have is the Deep Blue Dragon. And it says, keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. So again, what I just said to you is that, you know, when you go into this place, you're not alone. Spirit is with you. And then you get this trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. So this is just a confirmation to me that you are indeed supported in these decisions you're now making, to have this alone time to process the grief and the loss. And Spirit is with you, that you yourself do not have to be concerned in any way that it's going to, you know, be problematic to you in any sort of real dangerous type of way. That's not the case at all. It's just an emotional purging that needs to take place, which can be a very frightening thing. But I think you know that this is something, like I said in the beginning, you know, this thing is so overwhelming that it's, you know, that there's no point to try and deny its existence. And the last card you got, which is Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. And it says, opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. And it says, carry the energy of the future, be a guiding light. So first, the third card you got here, it said, walk on a path of light. And then here it says, be a guiding light. So that's pretty beautiful, actually. So they're kind of saying to me to tell you that this won't be in vain. This isn't in vain. This loss that you've experienced, it's not in vain. It's when you come out of this and you come out on the other end, it's going to be something that is really going to help a lot of people, or can help a lot of people and inspire a lot of people. And they're saying, show other people that it can be done. The healing, I guess, can be done. Because they're saying that as you go into this time alone, and they're also saying to me that this time alone could also be symbolized in terms of just deciding to be single for, like, just not dating for a while. For some of you, it may be that. Opens you to knowledge. So it's sort of like, again, they're showing me the Hermit, sort of like taking time by yourself means you get to know yourself. And when you get to know yourself, you really get to shine your light and then be a guide for others. Really nice. So they kind of just, you know, in these cards sort of showed the whole journey, you know, that you're going through grief. That is the energy that's coming up for you in September, or the ones that I'm channeling, Sagittarius ones that I'm channeling, the grief, the loss. I'm hearing devastation. So they're also showing me the Tower as well, okay, in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Just a sort of total collapse of everything that you knew, like, you know, the rug being pulled beneath your feet, feeling very unstable right now, but taking this time to go by yourself to process what's happened, and staying strong and knowing that it's almost like you sort of know, they're saying like it's a rite of passage, you know, that this is something you know you need to do, but Spirit is with you in it. It's just a matter of, you know, being brave enough to feel the feelings, right? And at the bottom of the deck, we have Fire Dragon. You told me to look at the bottom of the deck. It says, burns up the lower energies around you. Yeah, so in this process, that's exactly what you'll be doing. And again, it says, you are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. So, I mean, exactly what I just said. You are protected. And you got another card, you know, you've got here, trust that you are protected. And then you've got, you are safe and protected. So they're really highlighting this, that because this may be intense for a lot of you, but and they're saying that you'll feel it. If you take the time to tune in and meditate, you'll feel the support around you. And they're also saying that you can ask for synchronicities and confirmations to show that Spirit is with you, or your guides, angels, beings are you know, loving beings are around you during this process to help you and be there with you. Okay. Thank you. Oops. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, this one wants to come next. All right. Shadow work. Sagittarius. Whoop. Sagittarius. September 2020. Okay, so they're telling me not to do it. Okay. Sometimes they tell me weird ways to get the cards. They're telling me to shuffle and then pull the first 4 cards. 3 times. 2. And 3. They did show me the Fool. new beginning. It's almost like with the Fool, there's also this element of risk taking, you know, and well, not risk, but you know, faith, jumping off, sort of, and having faith, sort of having faith in this process. Okay, one more, and then we'll pull the first 4. Okay. Ah, the Fool came. Okay. All right, first card out. We got the World. The World. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that they're saying that this place where you're in right now is was predetermined. This was arranged before you came into this life to go through this particular experience and to go through this big transformation change. They're also showing me the Death card now. That this loss you've experienced, they're saying it completes a cycle. So I really get the feeling that a lot of you may have lost someone in some way, shape or form. And the loss of this person and the stability that this relationship may have given you has ended a cycle. And now you stand forth, the Fool, just ready to jump into something new, you know, once you take that time out for yourself. And this is really beautiful energy. I'm getting from this, it's like being reborn. I can feel it, that it's like you've gone through all of this change and it was painful and difficult and you had to feel your feelings, but you know, the sun is shining here in this card, and it's like a new day has come and the sun starts to shine again and it's brighter than it ever was before. It's really beautiful. So what you are going through now may be difficult, but what you get on the other side as a result of going through this is so, I mean, you can't even imagine. It's so, I almost want to pull on the cards on the Fool. I will in a moment. Okay. Next card you've got is 6 of Cups. So I don't necessarily follow the traditional meanings of the cards. I usually just tune in to what Spirit is telling me. So let's see. One moment, I'll tune in. So they're telling me emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction. They're just saying finding the beauty and finding love, finding the vibration of love again in things. It's sort of like, you know, sometimes when we go through losses in our lives, it's sort of like we become numb. We can't feel things for a while, and our capacity to experience joy, love, you know, it sort of becomes very limited. And so they're saying that there's sort of a reignition of, you know, feeling love again, and sort of, especially in this, how it is when you're very young and it happens for the first time and you're so enamored with something or someone, whether it's a person or maybe you started to play a musical instrument and you just fell in love with it, and it completely just awakened your soul, you know. So there's this feeling of you know, starting again, and this new, it's like being born again. And as you're born again, yeah, so they're saying that you will experience life as if you're reborn, everything. That's really, really beautiful. But you have to go through the grief, and you have to face it, and you have to feel it. Okay, so they're saying that there's a message here. One moment, please. They're saying that, okay, what I'm channeling here is a need for you to accept loss as a part of life, to understand duality, to understand that physical life, human life on this planet includes the presence of things as well as the absence of things, and it all serves a purpose, not to deny or disown the more uncomfortable emotions or uncomfortable experiences. So they're saying, let it be part of your story. Let this experience be part of your story. Let it change you. Let it change you, because the cycle will complete itself and you'll be born again. Okay, and the last card you got here is the King of Swords. Let me tune in. Okay, I'm seeing somebody who's become, as a result of all of this, incredibly confident. And they're also actually correcting me, saying that a better word is self-assured. You become very self-assured, and your ability to discern things, it really increases tenfold. And it's sort of like becoming a master of something. Your ability to master certain skills will come to the forefront. And they're also now connecting this to life purpose. So something about what the loss that you experience, the grief and processing all of that, ending a cycle, allowing yourself to be reborn again, to experience life as a newborn, all the things for the first time, connects into something about your life purpose and your ability to discern. It's sort of like somebody who's died and come back to life, and they've accepted all of this as part of their story, but what they've got from that is that they are reborn, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pull a card on the Fool. Okay, there was one card there. Magician. That makes sense. Again, yeah, Magician. So it's a new start. It's your ability to manifest, to have all the tools that you would need now to create a new life for yourself, but to explore life now. When you've healed and you've gone through this change and you've allowed yourself to go through the process of grief, you sort of stand in a new position where you now, it's almost like you become a rookie at life, you know, and you choose to see the world now through new eyes, or to be reborn. And so your understanding of of manifesting is now heightened, or something has been purified inside of you. And so it impacts your manifestational abilities as well in a really positive way. So I kind of see your life really changing in a significant way as a result, but it's something that would be very positive for you. So that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.